Hello everyone. So in this video we'll be learning how to create an interactive in-app notification in Engagespot. So for this video we'll be designing a friend request notification with two buttons, accept and reject buttons. And when the user clicks on accept or reject button, we should do some application logic and then change the content of the notification to something else. So let's go ahead and understand how to create the friend request notification. All right, so I'm going to create a new friend request notification. All right, and we'll be adding the in-app channel here. All right, so let's type the title as you have a new friend request from name. Okay, so for this notification we need to choose the layout as the this one with two buttons. Okay, so now I have two buttons on my notification. I will change the label of these buttons to accept and reject, and also maybe we can include one message part with some optional message from the user who sent the request. Okay, so we have created a notification with two buttons, the title and the message part. Now in Engagespot you can choose what state changes should happen when the user clicks on each one of these buttons. So for that you can click on the advanced settings option here. Then you can see an enable state button. Just click on enable state for the accept button. Now if you scroll up you can see that you can see an additional state for this notification called the accept state. So this is the default state. This is the initial state in which the notification will be delivered to the user. So if you click on the accept state, you will again get a fresh notification that you can change. So this is a state through which to which the notification will change when the user performs the action, the accept action. Okay, so I will use something like you have accepted a request from name. Okay, now let's go back to the default notification. We have the second button here, the reject button. So I will enable the state for the reject button as well. So we have the reject state here. I will type something like you have rejected a notification from name. All right, so we have three states here. So the first one with two buttons, then clicking on the accept button should take the user to the accepted state. Then the reject button should take the user to the reject state. All right, so let's save this template. Okay, now let's copy the template identifier. Now go back to Postman and let's send this notification. Okay, all right, now we can see the notification here. Yep, so you can see the notification with two buttons. So but nothing will happen when you click on the button because we haven't configured the event listeners for these buttons. So let's go to the React code of this inbox component. So this is how I have initialized the Engagespot component. Now we will use the property called event listeners to run. So this is where we'll be adding the event listeners. So it is an array of objects. Okay, so the block ID, so we have to specify on which block IDs this event listener should get attached. Okay, so let's go back to our template editor, and if you look at the button one, that is the accept button, you can see a button ID here. Let's copy that. This is the block ID that we need to use in the event listener here. Okay, so I just pasted the block ID here. then you need to specify on which event this listener should be triggered. So we have the on click event because this is a button. Then we need to write the listener function here. Okay, on the listener function we will get the event, then change notification state. All right, so this function will get triggered when the user clicks on the accept button. So usually this is where you will be handling the application logic. So usually we will have a fetch or Axios call that performs the actual accept logic. So fetch request to accept the request here. And also you will get the notification object here. So if you have passed some data in the payload, you will get all those data here. So you can simply access the entire notification object on this function. So after performing the fetch request, you need to change the state of this notification to accept. So for that we'll be using the change notification state function, and the state should be changed to accept. So this is the name of the state, accept. All right, let's save this file and just let's see if the event listener is working. Okay, let's open. Yep, we have the same notification here, and let's try to click the accept button. Yep, so the notification state has now been changed from the default state to the accept state. And also whatever logic, your application logic you have written inside the listener function, that will get executed, and after that the notification state is changed. Now if you open the notification inbox again, you will see the the changed state only. So like this, let's add another listener to handle the reject button click. Okay, so let's try to find out the block ID for the reject button that is here. Okay, let's copy that here. The event is again the same, on click. On event, this is our listener function, and inside the function we will get the event object, then the notification object, and also the change notification state function. All right, so again we get the entire you can access the notification data, payload, everything here, and we will perform the fetch function to handle the request rejection, your API call to your own backend. And after that we will change the notification state to reject. So whatever state that is mentioned on the template, this particular name, you have to use that here. All right, let's save the file once again. Let's reload this. Okay, now we have to send a new notification because the previous notification has already been accepted. So let's go to Postman and trigger another notification of the same template, the friend request template. Okay, yep, let's open. Now we again have the notification with two buttons. Let's click on the reject button. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you have rejected a notification from Steve. So this is how you can create interactive in-app notifications using Engagespot without having to manage all the state and the real-time state change and everything. So usually you will take like several months to implement such a system, but Engagespot helps you do everything in like less than 10 minutes. Okay, thank you.